So this is what I am doing on this is the VF page, as I was talking, like when we create a messaging session or channel, then we get the new VF page, we get embedded service deployment, everything, right? So we are doing what we are going to do is we are going to you can always make changes to this VF pages, right? So now let's move to the interesting part of the implementation. So now this entire hand of logic is driven by a embedded messaging event, right? So when I say embedded messaging event, so whenever bot moves from one dialogue to another dialogue or anything is happening, bot always like it fires an event, right? And what is that event called? That event is called, how can you read that event? You can read that event as on embedded messaging conversation participation changed, right? This event is fired when a participation is added to or removed from the conversation. A participation here could be like the Einstein bot, it could be a live agent, it could be a co-pilot, agent co-pilot, right? Depending on how the messaging session is configured. So now whenever this event is triggered, what I am doing is I am inspecting the event payload to determine exactly what is changing, right? So here you can see that I have two different conditions, right? If the entry operation says remove and it is not equal to agent, correct? So what I do is I detect that the participation has removed and that participation is not a live agent. Then I know that the Einstein bot has completed its interaction and it is exiting the conversation, correct? Now that becomes the perfect moment. Now this is the perfect moment, right? We all know that this is the perfect moment. We want the messaging session one to end the moment bot has done its part and we are changing the participation, right? So this is the perfect moment to end it. Then I am immediately calling the user verification API. Our user verification API, inside that user verification API we have clear session, right? So we have the clear session, you can see it here, like you see here, embedded bootstrap user verification API clear session true. We can always mark it as true. I have few console logs here, and what I'm doing is, you see, I'm marking it as true. It means that I'm clearing the session. It's when we use the clear session, also make sure what happens is that the current messaging session or the like the current messaging session or the small chat pop-up icon, it will close, right? So we needed a way to migrate it or to smoothly redirect it to our different messaging session. So now here you can see that I have created a const as live agent URL. Now similarly, I like how we have opened this, right? We have a messaging channel test page where if I click here, then this URL opens up and I get this, right? Similarly, there is another embedded messaging deployment, correct? Okay, let me show it to you. I will open it quickly. Where it is? Okay, let me search it. Embedded service deployment, embedded service deployment, and you can go to live agent transfer, and we can also always click test enhanced chat page. You see, this is the another URL, and this URL is referring to another web page, and this web page has a this chat, correct? Okay, you can see that the chat has started coming. You see the chat. I will show it to you once we have done the explanation. So this is a different, what I was trying to say is, yes, this is a different like URL or the different VF page we are interacting here. So, and I already have that VF page also. So what I'm doing is here, this is the standard one. I have not done any change because we don't want to change anything. All the changes has to be done in the first part where we are handing over. So I have created a this const live agent URL, correct? And what it is doing is it is routing to the messaging channel or the next VF page or the another messaging embedded service deployment page, right? Now you might be wondering why we are using clear session instead of simply redirecting the customer, correct? The reason is that embedded messaging maintains the current conversation context in all the browser. If we simply opened another deployment without clearing the existing session, so what will happen? Salesforce will attempt, it would not attempt, it will 100% open or resume the current messaging session only. So let's say you are on the messaging session 1 and we are not using the clear session verification API. It will open the same session, right? And it remains same across all the different tabs of the browser, right? And here this is not the what we are looking for. So our requirement is to ensure that bot interaction ends completely and the live agent conversation, it starts with a entirely new messaging session. So once this messaging session has been cleared successfully, the promise return the clear session is resolved. Correct? Only after that, what I do is I launch the second embedded messaging channel. You can see here. Now, again, you can see here that we have two different things, right? One is window.open. If you want to open it as a pop-up, right? And due to some like browser settings different, the pop-up gets blocked, right? So we are also opening it as a browser, right? That you open it in the new browser, right? You'll also notice another small important implementation detail, that I have introduced a boolean flag which says transfer in progress. Correct? Transfer in progress. So what it is doing is, do you see here this one, transfer in progress, right? So what this act as a safeguard, because the participant change event can potentially fire multiple times. So by checking this flag, I make sure that the transfer logic execute only once, right? Without it, multiple pop-ups or redirects could be triggered, and we don't want that because that is not a good customer interaction, right? So now to show you a demo how it works and how it looks, I will go to our messaging, again I will go to embedded message. If whenever we want to test it, we will always go to embedded service deployment. So before that, you might be wondering, like, okay, I will show it to you. Let me first show you the example. So I am on the embedded service deployment, right? I will close all the unnecessary unnecessary tabs, right? I will close this. I will close messaging session. I will close, yeah. Okay. So we can see that we have right now two different deployments, and by the name it is very self-explanatory that what they are doing. So bot interaction, this is the one which is interacting us to the bot. I will open it. I do not need the second one because second one is happening automatically inside this one, right? I will go to the test enhanced web chat, right? So inside this test enhanced web chat, you can always make changes to this developer VF page, and it is free. Like when I say free, that there is no restriction to it. We can make changes, but this cannot change because this is the most important part, which is calling your that bot pop-up. So this does not have to change, and but apart from this, you can add apart from this function and script in it, embedded messaging, you can add whatever you want to the VF page. So let's go back now quickly. And you see this pop-up is here. I'll click on the pop-up, and you see the health support bot is open. I will quickly go to the messaging session also so that we can see everything in live. You see a new messaging session has been created right now, 4:13 p.m. Correct? It is an active state, and you see the messaging channel name also, bot interaction. Correct? Always remember this, right? Now we reach to our requirement, how to disable their free text, right? As I've said, there is no configurational way, and Salesforce will always deny that we cannot do it. But when we create a messaging channel, then a related embedded service deployment is created, a related VF page is created. But apart from this, there is one more thing which is created. A site is or an experience site is created. You can always go to this experience site, search for the experience site which you have just created. So for example, I will search for the name, right? I will search for the name which is resembling to my one. So let's say you see here, site for enhanced web chat live agent. No, we want it for bot interaction. Yes, go to the builder. Inside builder, you have an advanced. Let it open. Let it open. I will show you how it is working. Click on settings, go to advanced, go to edit heads up markup. You can add whatever you want here, right? If I remove this part, let's say I'm removing this part from here, saving it, correct? Then publish it. I will quickly go here, go to this one. I will end the chat and close this window, and go to my experience site. It got it, right? I will go here, I will refresh it. I know that I might be performing few steps very fast, so but bear with me. So when I click here, test enhanced chat, right, it will open a new session, right? When I click here, it will open a new messaging session. Now you see we have that input bar, correct? So there is no configurational way, and Salesforce will deny it that we cannot do it. But again, we have this setting here, advanced, go to edit head markup and add this code here, right? add this code. And how, like you may ask, how am I getting this code? So very simple, you can always get it. Click here, go to inspect. Now expand this. Let me minimize this, right? Okay, go here. You see, this is the code. I get the class embedded messaging input footer text. I want this. I have that class also, right? You see, sorry, here you see file attachment button wrapper class. I have all the class. Now based on these class, what I can do is I can add my code to the head markup, and all I have done is just made the display none. Save it, publish the site, publish the site.